Yo, what up, a-holes? Thank you for tuning in to the Holistic A-Hole podcast. My name is Erik Levi, and I'm the Holistic A-Hole, the inconvenient truth of health, the mommy blogger with balls. How the heck are you doing today? Hope you're doing great. Thanks for finding the podcast, however you found it. Little shout out here if it's your first time here. Make sure you take a hot second, hit the subscribe button right there in your podcast feed so that you can be notified anytime the Holistic A-Hole releases a new podcast twice a week. And then, while you're in the mood of giving, go on to iTunes, leave the podcast a 5-star review, and then go out onto all the social mediums, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Find me, the Holistic A-Hole, there on all those. Just type in Holistic A-Hole into the search bar. You're not going to find anybody else repping that title. So today, what I want to talk about is something related to what is actually happening out there. It's I'm recording this here at the beginning of June, and that can only mean one thing. It is the summertime. It's the summertime, and many of you are, heading out to the pool. You know, if you live in a nice place where you got access to pools. Where I'm from, where I grew up in Arizona, everybody had a pool in their backyard, and everybody swam in the pool, even when it was, believe it or not, so hot that the pool wouldn't even make a difference because the pool was just as hot as in the water as it was outside, which is just a real off-putting scenario to find yourself in. It's like 110 outside. All you want to do is just dip in the pool, and then you dip in the pool, and it just feels like you're swimming in a bowl of oatmeal, like real watery oatmeal. It's the worst, man. It makes you not even want to swim. Or, if you want to shed some extra pounds, jump into a hot tub, and then just detox, as they say, sweat it all out. But look, I ain't no fool. I know you're going to go out. You're going to go hit the pool. You're going to go hit the beach. You're going to go toss on your bathing suit, your swim trunks. You're going to be, flopping around in some flip-flops. And, this is a thing I used to deal with all the time. Maybe you deal with this too. It's a huge problem for anybody who wears flip-flops specifically, but it's those dry, cracked heels. Oh, my God. How awful are dry, cracked heels? I mean, they're the worst. And maybe this is just a little, first world problem, but they really do feel awful. I remember when I was a kid and I was, I was working as a teenager. I was in high school. I was working for a pool. I was a lifeguard, and I remember the worst thing would be, getting those cracked heels. Worse than I'd ever gotten in my life. Growing up, I always got cracked heels, when I was wearing nothing but flip-flops, which in Arizona is really most of the time. We're talking that is basically a 7 to 9 month out of the year flip-flop scenario. I mean, it's February, people are wearing flip-flops. It's Christmas time, people are wearing flip-flops. Of course, middle of the summer, you're in your flip-flops. But especially when I started working at the pool, my feet got so cracked. It was just the worst feeling because it hurt. It was actually painful. I remember it would get to the middle of July or August, and the feet had just been in flip-flops for months, and I'm walking on just the pool deck, and it's, of course, there's all this chlorinated water. Look at your hands, look at your skin when you get out of chlorinated water. I mean, you look like a prune, right? It just, the chemicals in the water just eat away at your skin, and that stuff's in the freaking pool deck. Of course, I'm dipping my feet in the pool. I'm jumping in the pool. I mean, but I don't know what the science is of why specifically the heels get so cracked. And then, of course, other people deal with, I never really dealt with this too bad, but you get things like itchy feet or even skin peeling, or just general dry skin on your feet. And, nowadays it's like there's all kinds of lotions and potions you can put there on your feet. You can buy yourself a callus remover, a foot callus remover. These little machines, you could scrape the bottom of your, of your heel off. And I mean, oh my God, dude, let me tell you something. If you ever watch somebody use one of these heel skin removers, it looks like just utter torture. You look at somebody with a real bad case, just shed these, the cracked heels off of their, off their feet. And I mean, you're just looking at skin, just raw skin falling off. And I'm not just talking like flakes. I'm talking like actual chunks, like skin meat, like actual human body parts, man, falling off people's heels as they use these freaking crazy things. But let me tell you something. If you ever use one of these callus removers, man, they feel amazing. Once your foot is relieved of all that nasty dry skin, it's like, oh God, dude, it's the way your foot feels in the shoe and the sock, and it just glides seamlessly from side to side, and not getting caught on sock cotton, and the cracks of your feet, they're not bleeding anymore. Oh my God, just how bad is that, right? And so, most people treat this like a skin disorder, which makes sense because it is a skin disorder. But is there something else afoot? Did you catch that? I said, is there something else afoot? Well, turns out there might just be something else afoot. In fact, this thing that's afoot might be causing ruckus on the inside of your body. Yes, believe it or not, the source of your cracked heels, of your dry foot skin, of your nasty, nappy feet might actually be a problem below the surface, an indicator of a serious problem below the skin, believe it or not. And I'm talking about a problem with your liver and gallbladder. Yeah, that little, that I shouldn't say little, that medium-sized organ that's there on the, I believe, the right side of your body. Very important organ in your body. Basically, it's like the main detoxifying organ in your body. All the blood floats around there and then goes through the filter of the liver, and it detoxes the blood, and it, releases the bile that accumulates. I think it's the gallbladder. The bile is made in the liver, and then the gallbladder releases the bile. It basically keeps you alive. It keeps you healthy. It keeps your blood clean. But especially in America, the standard American diet, all the pollution in the air, all the external toxins in our life. I mean, that stuff goes inside us, and the liver of most people nowadays is just so overburdened and overworked with all of these toxins that have to get filtered out of your blood, right? And it's really a multi-part system, because you also have the gallbladder, and the gallbladder is what is delivering the bile into your digestive tract. It's delivering digestive enzymes. It's working with the pancreas. It's got a lot of responsibility, but both of these mechanisms get clogged up over time, especially in somebody's body who is just going to town on the old sad diet, the standard American diet, and taking in all of these, just terrible chemicals that are in so much of the food. I mean, if you're eating just regular, grain-fed meat, I mean, you're getting hormones, you're getting antibiotics, not to mention you're getting all of the, chemical, all the molecules that go into the processing of the meat, the pink slime, if that's really still a thing, bleaching agents. I mean, you also get this in like refined carbohydrates foods. And of course, high fructose corn syrup goes through the liver. The liver's processing sugar. Many of us have fatty liver disorder, non-alcoholic fatty liver disorder. If you're not even an alcoholic, you might have the liver of an alcoholic because you take in so much just garbage sugar and garbage refined carbohydrates, or just garbage fat, right? Just garbage animal fat that just accumulates in your liver. And then you look at your liver, you're in your 40s or your 50s, you look like you have the liver of somebody who's been drinking every single day for the last 30 years. You look like you have the liver of like an old crusty Vietnam War veteran or something, even though you might not even drink. And then you start to notice that because the liver is connected to the skin. So you start getting, you ever hear of liver spots? Right? Those liver spots that just so happen to show up on your skin. You see them, you used to hug your grandma, right? Grandma always had liver spots. She always smelled like mothballs too. So you'd go see your grandma and you'd walk into the house and she'd have a bowl of Campbell's tomato soup boiling on the stove. And then the whole place, her whole building, whatever, smells like mothballs. And then, she comes and hugs you. She's got those liver spots on her arms, right? You get cirrhosis of the liver, makes your skin yellow. So the liver, you could tell somebody has liver problems sometimes literally by just looking at them. This is a book that you can absolutely read by its cover. If somebody has garbage skin, and they just keep applying more and more lotion and creams and tonics and oils, there's a chance they might just have a real shitty liver. They also might have a genetic disorder that prevents, that doesn't break down. They might be missing an enzyme, right? Due to a genetic defect that doesn't break down certain things, doesn't break down certain fats, doesn't break down certain sugars. There's a lot of reasons why the liver can be abused. But the key really is in something like dry skin, itchy feet, and skin peeling is to not start loading it up with cream, because also think about this too. A lot of those creams also have a lot of chemicals in them. They have a lot of chemicals and preservatives, and even though they're telling you it's like an all-natural thing, you don't know where this shit comes from. You don't know. I mean, unless it's literally just made with like aloe vera plant and maybe like an essential oil, you don't know where any of this shit comes from. Maybe even the aloe vera plant is genetically modified. Maybe it was sprayed with pesticides. Maybe it's loaded with glyphosate and DDT and all of these endocrine disrupting agents. And then, look, man, the skin is the biggest organ, the largest organ in your body. So everything you put on your skin is going directly into your blood. And then, of course, has to get also processed by your liver. So if you're just loading up with, like some store-bought generic Kroger or Fred Meyer lotion or CVS or Walgreens lotion, it might feel better for, the time being, but you're actually giving your liver more work to do, which is not healing the situation. You're just putting a Band-Aid, but except underneath the Band-Aid, the problem's not getting better. So what you got to do with, these problems, specifically when it comes to like peely skin on your feet, dry skin on your feet, the cracked heels, if you treat it more like a liver and gallbladder issue, you might actually see more substantial results, So, like, what do you do, right? What do you mean treat it like a liver and gallbladder issue? So, basically, what you want to do is you want to, of course, clean up your diet first and foremost. You want more of, I hate using this word, but like an alkaline diet. You want more fruits and vegetables. You might not be getting enough fiber. Of course, digestion totally plays into this because digestion can, clog up the liver function. It can clog up the pancreatic enzymes and the gallbladder enzymes. Might clog up bile release if you're not properly digesting food. We've talked about stomach acid on this podcast. If your stomach isn't literally frying everything in your gut with the hydrochloric acid, you might be overworking your liver and gallbladder, and you might be running into dysfunction. So if you eat a more fiber-rich diet, a more nutrient-dense diet, of course that's going to help. No question about that. But specifically, what you probably want to do is find yourself some things that actually help the functions of your liver and gallbladder, right? So a big liver detoxification supplement is glutathione. This is a detoxifying agent, detoxifying enzyme that works and helps the function of your liver. Then, of course, you want to load up on things like beet juice. Beets are so good for your liver. You can get them prepared in a lot of different ways as long as you don't fry them or cook them, or, if you can drink beet juice, that's incredible for your liver. And I'm not talking beet juice with a bunch of sugar in it, because beets are already sweet. Get some beet juice just straight up, just juiced right there. Boom, right in your mouth. You can boil them up. You can cut them up. You can put them in salad. You can put them in vinegar. I think that should be okay. You want to load up on things like bile salts. Blackcurrant seed oil is good. Flaxseed oil is good. Just go on Google and just look up things like herbs that cleanse the liver. Grapefruit juice is great for your liver. Straight up grapefruit. Lemon water helps the function of your liver. I know every a couple times a year, what me and the lovely Miss A-Hole do, we'll do some liver detox formulas where we take some grapefruit. And by the way, I am not a grapefruit fan. However, when it's mixed up with other stuff, not too bad. But what we do is we'll take some grapefruit, some lemon, some garlic, cloves, parsley, I believe, and then a couple other things, and we'll blend it all together. We'll put it in a blender, blend all it together, and then it'll be a quick, it's not even really a smoothie. It's more like juice, because these are real thin, things. You're more kind of dealing with the juice of it all, but we'll blend it all together. And I don't know how much it detoxes the liver. I've never actually done the measurements, but according to some mommy bloggers out there, this is a powerful liver detoxing formula. And then, of course, again, you can go online and you could look up. There's so many herbs that cleanse the liver. You can put yourself on a full-on liver detox herbal protocol. And again, I'm not going to sit here and push any kind of quote unquote detox protocol. This whole idea of toxins and detoxing, I think it might be the most overused phrase in the whole health field, because who really knows what detox is, or what some people call detox? But really, your body is detoxing all the time. That's the whole point of your liver. That's the whole point of your lymphatic system, is to get all the garbage out of your body. How is it that we live in 2018 America? I live in 2018 New York City, and there's nothing but, environmental pollutants around me. The two rivers that are on both sides of the island of Manhattan are probably the most heavily polluted bodies of water you're going to find anywhere in the world. We're getting water from upstate New York, but it's coming in through pipes that are 100 years old, corroding, full of lead. There's just so many toxins, chlorine, fluoride in the water alone, dude. Even putting it through the old gravity Berkey filter, I don't know how much that's actually working, but I don't get sick, so I'm going to assume it's working out well. You think about living in an old pre-war building like I do. I don't know how many layers of lead paint are, in the walls. I don't know what the sticky acrylic fucking glue they used on the wooden floors below me. There's all kinds of plastic in my environment. Then, of course, I'm doing my best to eat a holistic diet, but, Jesus Christ, like, I'm a human living in New York City in 2018. Yeah, I'm going to eat some food that might be loaded up with chemicals. And if you're listening to this, you probably are too. GMOs, glyphosate, high sugar, high fructose corn syrup, garbage salt, garbage fat, rancid fat, BPA. I mean, this is all stuff that is just assaulting your body. Oh, let's also not forget EMF radiation, microwave, right? Your body's just being assaulted with toxic material all day, every single day. And yet somehow people still live to 100 years old. Somehow people still live to 60, 70 years old, How does this happen? Because your body has a natural detoxification process that gets all of it out of your body. And again, because food is information, it's literally instructing your body on what to do. You take in the right nutrients, you take in vitamin C, you take in selenium, you get your body starts producing vitamin D, you got vitamin A, magnesium, amino acid, all this stuff, plays the role into helping your body detoxify all of this stuff. And then, of course, probably the best way to detoxify your body is just to not eat, is to fast. Do a 24-hour fast, do a 48-hour fast, do a 7-day fast. Do an intermittent fast. Do an intermittent fast like 3 or 4 times a week, Help your body's natural detoxification process. And again, a lot of that runs through the liver. And if your liver's not detoxifying right, then chances are your skin is going to start looking kind of shitty. It's going to start looking kind of shitty. You're going to start having dry skin. You might have some eczema. And then, of course, what we're talking about here today is on your feet. So when you head out this summer, when you're going to the pool, you're going to the lake, you're in your flip-flops, you're flopping around, having a great time, drinking a Bud Light, playing volleyball, water skiing, whatever you're doing, and your feet get clogged up. I don't know why I used the example of drinking a Bud Light when I'm sitting here trying to promote liver health. I just get caught up in the moment, Let's go back. When you're drinking a nice ice-cold water with lemon and cucumber in it, don't forget to also do your best to get away from all the lotions that you keep loading up all over your skin and focus on the health of your gallbladder and your liver. Because before you know it, you might have smooth, delicious skin, and you're saving probably hundreds of dollars every single month off the Bath & Body Works. In fact, you know what? Next time you walk by a Bath & Body Works or any of these, goofy lotion fragrance stores, do the Holistic A-Hole a favor. Give them a big middle finger and just yell at them. Just yell in the store, protect your liver. They're not going to tell you this, though, because protecting your liver is not selling any more, cucumber, strawberry, lemon, pink lotion, which I don't know if that really exists, but I'm sure it smells delicious. So I wonder what you guys think about this. If you are dealing with cracked heels, if you're dealing with shitty skin issues, and you feel like you've tried everything and it's not going away, shoot me a message online, send me a tweet, send me an Instagram with the player. What am I saying? A screenshot of the Instagram. A screenshot of the podcast playing on your phone, put it on Instagram, tag me, put it in your Instagram story, tag me, the Holistic A-Hole, at Holistic A-Hole on there. Shoot me a tweet at Holistic A-Hole. Let me know if any of this advice I'm giving for skin disorders helps you out. I'm dying to know. Also, make sure you go check out the Facebook page, Holistic A-Hole, or the YouTube channel, Holistic A-Hole, as I've been posting new videos on there every single day. Well, I should say most days. But all kinds of new content coming out all the time. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave a 5-star review on iTunes. And if you're new here, catch up with previous episodes, just let it run through your player. Go mow the lawn, go for a run, whatever you're going to do, and keep me in your buds. Appreciate you listening. Have a great day, and peace.